welcome to Front Row with Michael J. Curtis.
Boss of all boss.
A podcast where we dive into the world of pop culture, politics, entertainment, and more.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
What's going on, people? Welcome to Front Row with Michael J. Curtis. I am your host, Michael J. Curtis, actor, comedian, host, ratchet individual, person off Barla. Let's have some fun. We got our guest here today. It's going to be D-Rock. You're no stranger to him. Mentor, comedian, actor, been to Hollywood and back. He's just amazing. We're going to add him to the show right away. Make some noise for it. D-Rock. Keep a smile on your face. Entertainment.
I guess.
Hold on. Unmute yourself.
If you okay, you hear me now? Everything good?
Yeah. It was nice.
What's going down?
It was nice. It's going pretty good. What's going on with you?
Man, loving life, man. Just got back from Chicago yesterday. We hit that freeway, man, and hit me a pothole and messed my tire up, but made it to the show.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm good.
That's good you made it to the show because you was with Collier and Damon Williams, right?
Well, no, actually, I was doing the show for a friend of mine, and I hit Damon up. Anytime I'm in Chicago, I hit Damon up. And he said, in town. I was like, who? He said, Michael Collier. I was like, man, I'm there. So after I went over to see him at Riddles, and man, it was a little fan reunion going on, man. I loved it.
That's amazing, but I got a question.
Yeah.
You check out what happened in Arizona. Were you watching like me?
Nah.
No?
Nah, man, I'm not really I don't follow the crowd.
Arizona was lit.
Yeah, I heard. T-Dot.
I didn't go though, but I did hear about it.
Where was I at? I got a family neighbor that was down there. He called me where I was at, but I had work to do. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather make money than spend money. So
you rather make money than spend money. But here's the thing: I enjoy watching what's going on in Arizona because I thought it was rather fun to see.
I actually thought you was there. I was looking at it while you was coming on the show. I was like, man,
I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be rich.
I thought you was actually broadcasting live from Arizona. That's what I thought.
I was gonna broadcast from Arizona, but see, this what happened. I didn't have the money, so had money to go to Arizona, and they was down there balling. They had a very good time, from what I could see.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of stimulus going on down there.
There's a lot of stimmy spending. They shut down Arizona.
Really?
They said Jeezy couldn't even get into the club he was supposed to perform at.
Man, I believe it. Hey, I was down in Atlanta for the All-Star weekend. Tried to charge me $200 to get in the club. Talking about the baby was there. I don't care.
Baby.
Yeah, I don't care if the cousin was there. I don't care if the sister was there. I don't care if the grown-up was there. I wasn't paying no $200 to get in nobody's club. Is you crazy?
I would have paid to see the baby, though. To see the baby? It's not the baby.
Hey,
baby.
If I pay $200 to see the baby better come see me and give me the $199 back. I know that. I've seen him perform here in Milwaukee. I didn't really enjoy his performance. I can't lie to you. Listen, man.
It wasn't a thing for me.
I'm grown. I'm too grown for that. I mean, no knock on the baby, but I'm too grown for that, man.
You never too grown for Let's Go.
I'm grown.
It can never be. But I want to take a look because here go the pool party right here.
Yeah, I heard it. Boy, Cheerio was out there doing his thing.
Yeah, they had it all like this. It was having pictures like this there. The video or whatever. They was doing a good job. I got exclusive footage. I want you to see it. I got exclusive footage from the pool party. Okay. We asked them not to go down there and act the fool, but it was unfortunate that this happened anyway. I want to show you just how Milwaukee people was getting down when they got down there. It was ridiculous. They said this is exclusive footage from Milwaukee, Arizona. They said he's gonna give it. There it is. Yeah. Oh. This is from the pool party. This is exclusive. Super content. Only on Front Row we get this. Only on Front Row. Before you get
Go ahead.
exclusive footage like this. Only on front row. Only here. Oh. Is he done? He's not done. He's not done. He's not done at all. Here we go. Only on front row. This is from the pool party. Milwaukee to Arizona. This is great. So, D-Rock.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I was just watching it, man. I hope that was his girlfriend.
He was having a good time. We put his face in her crotch, which
I hope that was his girlfriend.
Which was very interesting to me.
He gonna catch more than some corona.
He gonna catch way more than corona. If you saw the whole thing, they said a fight broke out.
I mean, come on, man. Beer, niggas, alcohol.
Beer and liquor, it all goes together.
Come on, man.
I got a question. I want to know if you've seen a few photos. I'm gonna show you some clips from the weekend. I'm gonna show you some photos from Milwaukee takes over Arizona. I'm gonna show you some clips from the weekend. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was rather. Let me show you, because you got to see this. You got to see this real quick. You got to see this real fast, because I gotta show you. I gotta show you this here. This
Texas, because you said Texas.
No, these are gonna be some pictures. I want you to see a picture. I want to know if you've seen this picture yet. I want to see if this picture has helped you in any way. Have you seen it? We're finna open this picture up, because I feel like this picture got a lot of flack on the internet, and I feel like sis was fashionably different. She was fashionably different, and I want to know if y'all can see this. Y'all let me know once it come up. Hold on, I'm mad that I can't see this right quick. Let's hold on. We're gonna get this open for y'all, because this photo has been circulating the internet, and I feel like she was fashion, and people was hating. People was hating on her fashions, but we gonna make it work. Hold on, I got you. Hold on, we're gonna see if I can get this up and going real quick. If it ever load, that'll be nice, but I'm gonna do it a different way. I'm gonna quit. On what? They don't want to give me my photo. They weak for that. Anyway, we're gonna stop sharing. Anyway, it was a girl by the bar, however, that was situated, and she had some pants on with her crotch, with like the back cut out. Did you see it with the slices on it? Like the back of the knees.
No,
it was black.
No.
I know her. I knew her.
Oh, okay.
I know her. I know who it is. I know her. We friends.
And they was hating
at the bar. She was hating on her because her weave was a little separated. It was a little separated. Just a little bit. Just a little separated.
Hey, bro. What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was a little separated. Just a little bit. Hey, and her pants in the back was cut out. It was cut out of the back. And so she had her hair was a little different. Her hair was a little different. And so they had she had on shorts. She had shorts on. And her hair looked like Alien versus Predator. You ever seen Predator?
I got 2 words. No, thank you.
Arizona was hot. It didn't do well to her. Everybody started off looking real good, real nice. But at the end of that, they started looking like Alien versus Predator. I was trying to get the photo up. Let me see if I can find it again. I want to see if I can find it, because I'm determined to get this photo to you. I need you to see it. I need you to see it.
Small break. You're gonna make this happen.
We're gonna make this happen. I'm determined for you to see this picture. I'm not leaving without this picture being shown right here.
Crazy.
I want it shown in front of all up. There we go. Bam. There she is. There we go. There it is. Take a look. I couldn't get it up the other way, but I'm sure y'all can see this.
And she thought that was what?
They said she left her ass in Milwaukee while she came to Arizona. But my whole thing is, they was talking about her in the shorts. They was talking about her in the shorts, right? Now take a look. D-Rock, I want you to pay attention, okay? Now the confusion that everybody's has is they want to know how the back of her knees it's black like that. They said, how did you get it quite like that?
Yeah, something ain't right. Yeah, that baby got, yeah. I forgot that.
Shaquita said her eczema was getting the backlash.
Yeah, her eczema caught up with her.
That's eczema?
It looks like it.
I know her. I'm going to ask her.
You ain't
I know her. I'm going to ask her. I'm going to say, was your eczema acting up?
Was your eczema?
Was your eczema acting up? Now take a look at the person behind her. Take a look at the person behind her. Now I want you to look.
Is she halfway pregnant? Look, Mike.
Look,
this man.
Look, she is halfway. She halfway pregnant. Take a look.
Yeah, she about good 4 months.
That's beer. That's a beer belly there. It's a beer belly there. She got her glasses on. It look like the you remember when you remember when they was robbing the bank on Set It Off?
Her toes look like she wear.
Yeah. Do you remember on Set It Off when they went into the bank and they all had wigs and sunglasses on?
Her. That's her.
Tell me since mustard dress ain't, let's say she can rob a bank. They're gonna be able to identify her by her toes though.
That's her
toes out. She gotta cover it up.
You know better to wear
cover her toes up. Now listen, we got another one. We got another picture. Somebody sent in to me. See, I don't send this to myself. I be minding my business. People send me stuff. And they be like, Mike, you got to take a look at this because this is ridiculous. They said you got to take a look at this. And so I want to show you this. After this picture was released, then the internet, which I hate. The internet, which I hate. I hate them altogether. They said this. They said, look, let's take
the
internet who I hate.
They said every time.
They said,
you know,
take a look. And said the one in the back looked like one of Marge Simpson's sisters.
That's funny.
Shaquita said back because maybe if it wasn't Lord, that's not good.
That's hilarious, man.
Wait. This is the Arizona takeover. Now, at this point on the picture, we have a lot going on. Now, there's a cigarette. What they're saying is the person behind her put her cigarette butts out on the back of her knees. Now, I'm upset.
That's funny.
I'm upset. Now, I believe they both are friends because if you take a look at their weaves, it has the same texture. Do you see it?
Right. It looked like they probably went to the same.
They shared the same pack of weave. Same pack of weave they shared. Now, I want you to take a look because we ain't done. From there, Lil Durk had a concert. Now, I don't know if this happened at the Lil Durk concert, but I want to show you this particular. Let's get this up off here. Hold on real quick. Let's get this up off of here because we got done examining Exhibit A. I want to show you this real quick. D-Rock, where you go?
I'm right here. I think.
Okay, I don't know. You went dark for a second. Okay, here we go. Let me show you this. This is outside event.
They're getting down already. Milwaukee to AZ, nigga.
You take the niggas out of Milwaukee. Did you see him swing around and jump? Now I want to know just what was going on with your cousins.
And my cousins wasn't there. I'm gonna let you know my cousins locked up. So my cousins locked up.
Cigarette needs definitely, Shaquita.
But man, that's how it go down.
They was cutting up.
That's how we end.
Do you want to see Benzino's daughter?
No.
Do you want to see Benzino? I want to show you Benzino's daughter. She looks nothing like him. She looks nothing like him. You talking
about Benzino with the big extra neck?
Benzino ain't got no neck. That's the problem.
Right, him.
She looks nothing. She don't like her daddy though. But let me show you a picture of her. They were at a concert. Pooh Shiesty. That's his name. Pooh Shiesty. Coy Lee Ray and Lil Durk. Let me show you right here. Bam. Right here. They was partying together. And apparently, right after she performed her song and said she don't give a fuck about her daddy, 5 fights broke out. And they had to shut it down. They said that Lil Durk didn't even get a chance to perform.
Probably done on purpose. You see, being in the industry, things that I've seen before, a lot of people for the big act, but they don't have to act or big be there, whatever. So you never know, man. Stuff might be set up.
So here's the thing. Here's what I want to ask. Okay. D-Rock, do you think she looked like anything like Benzino? Like, take a look now. This is his daughter.
Get a chick with red on.
Within the middle with the red bra on.
I know that's her daddy. She don't look just like him, but I know that's her daddy. By the way, she
look. You trying to take her? She light skin. That's her daddy. That is racist, D-Rock.
If I was a judge, you know who your daddy is.
We know who your daddy is. Now here's the question, D-Rock. You have a show coming up with Kelly Kells.
Oh yeah.
On a particular day. When is that?
It's Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. It's her annual Mother's Day show. It's
actually 3 shows. I think
3,
2 or 3 shows. But
she's
they
doing
do the entire day. It's Kelly's 10th anniversary show. Because last year because of COVID we were shut down, so we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But this year she has Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox. I bring me. Then Kelly got birthday. I think it's right now, but it's going to be on Kelly Kells running the road comedy, man.
She's awesome. Because now with her coming here, I believe at her last show she was speaking about last show we had together. She was telling the audience how she was coming back to do a special here in Milwaukee.
Yeah, she's put that on hold because it's a couple things that she's I'll let her to you, but there's a couple things working on. She's not doing it. But Mother's Day special she do it. It's gonna be
absolutely.
It's gonna be amazing.
But where do they buy tickets? Where everybody go out buy their tickets?
Or it's the Theater. Right in front of the fire perform is where we're performing at. It's COVID, all COVID tested. Everybody spread it out. Have your mask on. That's 2 shows because I think the only show can have a certain amount of people in the next show. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be off the chain, man. Everybody bring mothers out, bring people you love out, and just have a good time. Kelly Kells.
Now, Vivica A. Fox will be hosting, or are you hosting?
No, Vivica's hosting. I'm doing 2025. So
they'll come out, knock it out the park. Give Vivica A. Fox number. Give Vivica A. Fox number.
I'll get it for you.
I don't need it though. I don't need it, but you get the number.
Because I met her before, but I'm a fan of Vivica Fox simply because she set it off in that movie. That movie was amazing. She set that movie off, and she does a lot of things outside of acting. Set It Off.
Oh, Set It Off. She was brilliant
in the movie. Like
they should have Oscars for that movie.
Oh yeah, she should have got one. But that movie was, and so I can't wait to meet and we'll have a good time. We're gonna have fun. Mother's Day. Make sure that everybody get their tickets for real.
They said you're echoing.
I'm echoing?
Yeah. Or am I echoing?
I don't know. That's, I feel like Teddy.
Teddy Riley, hold on.
I'm not doing nothing.
Oh. You got to put your head. You got the hat on.
Nah.
You got to do the hands on the hip thing and then turn to the side.
Under this hat, you tell me to put a hat on too.
Ready? You got to put your hat. Put your hat to the side, then stand to the side and say, "What's going on here?" You got to put your hands on your hips like you finna give somebody a whooping, because that's basically what he had all his burgundy on.
And had a rough weekend. That's all I can tell you.
I heard, but see, those are groups that you like with Teddy Riley in it.
And then you like group, man, Teddy
New
Riley
Edition.
And Guy and New Edition.
Yeah.
And I just found out because of the COVID, sitting around watching TV and watching YouTube, I found out they had beef, man. And I was like, what? I seen the whole documentary about it, man. It was crazy. But I met Teddy Riley. I met his Damon Hall, not Aaron Hall. I met Aaron Hall yet. Picture both of them for the guy. I took a picture of everybody except for Ralph in New Edition and Johnny Gill.
Ralph from New Edition and Johnny Gill.
Yeah, man. I collect pictures, man, because let me tell you something. A lot of people say that you're being a groupie. whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care because look, those are my two favorite groups. Those groups right there kept me from going out and doing some silly stuff in them streets. Like seriously,
Yeah.
like I used to go get the
You can
album.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
I go get the album and I just listen to the song like 4 or 5 times to like almost memorize it. You know, because you can't sing, you know, you try to be in the group, you try to do your thing, you know what I'm saying? That was my favorite groups, man. So I'm cherishing pictures that I take of people, and because people are leaving, man. Everybody,
Yeah.
you know, you here today, gone tomorrow.
True. Are you waiting on a guy biopic? Are you waiting on a biography from him?
Didn't happen by now, man. But yeah, I'm looking for a reunion tour, man. Actually, because all 3 of them are still talented. Last time I talked to
He's to my side. I'm sorry, guys. I should look directly at you. Shania's like, why are you looking to the side instead of looking straight? I'm sorry. She asked me why I'm looking this way instead of looking straight this way. Because D-Rock is to my left, and I need to get a monitor that's in front of me rather than to my left. Because I keep looking over. I do see that I keep looking over to the side at you, but I really should be looking this way, direction of the camera. But
I'm
gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, y'all. This is the first time,
man. But yeah, so you know, I was talking to I actually interviewed Aaron Hall, and not Aaron Hall, Damon Hall, and he was telling me how they're trying to get back together and do some things. So I can't wait for that. Because I don't care where they at in the universe, man. If I can get some tickets, I'm gonna be there.
Well, speaking of tickets and speaking of people you want to see, Eddie Murphy is rumored to come back with comedy in a comedy tour.
Hey, wait! As soon as I hear it, man, I'm getting my ticket. I'm going because that's legendary, man. That's gonna be something like, to me, that's like the Michael Jackson tour that was getting ready to happen before Michael Jackson passed. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see that. I gotta see that. Eddie Murphy is the Godfather, man. He's the best.
He's really good. You want to give him Godfather?
One of my, yeah, because Godfather. I look at it like this: the Godfather sit at the table, right? It's not just one. It's 6.
Oh, that's you're saying it in that way.
He's one of the he's one of the Godfathers.
We give rightfully so. We give to Richard Pryor. We give him king, right? He's king.
He's one of the kings. I'm a connoisseur of comedy, man. So I can go back all the way to Flip Wilson, to George Carlin.
Yeah.
People, you know, Red Fox. Red Fox actually told Richard Pryor that you better do better. You better do better than what you did last time. You know what I'm saying? So people like Red Fox, man. Red Fox didn't have no punchline. Red Fox just come out there and say something that people laugh. They loved him for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Ronaldo Ray. You know, some of these people, you know, Richard Pryor look up to. That's why actually I got Richard Pryor's first album, That Nigga Crazy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's his first album, probably his second album. But I got his album and never played it. I didn't want to play it because I didn't want to mess it up. So I you know, I collect comedy. Like I'm a comedy connoisseur. I don't just do it. I love it. I love hearing new jokes. I love hearing new material. I love hearing comics get up and do their own thing.
Right.
You know, and then pay respects to other comics that they've seen before, by not copying them, but actually paying respects to them. So,
well, who's a new one that you're looking at now? Who's a new comedian that you see coming up now, or see like just released a special that you really like? Really? I liked is her name Sanjay? Sanjay, I think is her name. She's a
I have no clue. I
may be partial because she's a stud.
I watched you on your last stand-up. Your stuff is going national, so you don't get about 35th and Capitol. You get up there to national stuff that people don't look for. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I think your comedy is amazing.
Thanks, appreciate you.
Well, I always say his name wrong, so let me get it right. Bodini, like
Bodini. Bo's dope.
I think he's a great storyteller. He's doing his thing lately.
I felt so bad for Bo because when Bo came behind me one time, it was an incident.
Yeah. But you know where that come from? That comes from sometimes people, you know, they see you or they see me perform, and then they go up with cockiness, and then sometimes cockiness reflect the audience, and the audience don't like cockiness. So it don't work. But you know, I mean, I'm not hating on nobody. You know what I'm saying? The comedians that I really look to really look to do something.
Right.
I'm kind of like, actually, I'm kind of disappointed right now. You know what I'm saying? And
really?
I mean, I watched the special the other day. I won't say the name of the comic, but I watched it the other day, and it was a waste of 45 minutes to me because I felt like he could have done a lot better than what he did. I seen the Shaq All-Star thing. There was a couple on there that I've been on the tour with, and those cats were not as funny as I know they could have been. And that's why I try not to watch a lot of comedy specials because I'm a critique it before I'm a fan of it. I'll watch.
Well, do you know what I feel like as though? Do you think it's because those people weren't as funny, or do you think is it something like about directors and like when people are filming that they don't recognize those moments?
I give them that, man, because I know a comedian by the name of Corey Holcomb. We went to a thing called Laugh Palooza. It was 70 comedians, man. When I say 70, I mean 70 comedians. He was actually number 66, 67. And he was one of the funniest ones out of the whole 70. So if you're funny, you're going to stand out. And
True.
Do with the writer director. If you funny, it's going to stand out.
So, I recently saw a little clip of Corey Holcomb's podcast, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching, and him and a guy on there, I believe one of his co-hosts, this is totally off topic. Co-host, well, I think his name was Gio or something like that.
Name not Gio, but go ahead.
They was sitting next to him, and they was going back and forth for a minute. I was like, whoa.
Because it's like, I stay out of that. I love Corey. I love his show. I love his podcast, 5150. I had to actually look up what 5150 meant because I didn't know what it meant. So
I thought it was an address in Chicago.
No, it's actually 5150 is actually a code that the police sent out to say we need help, but come with somebody's crazy. Don't come with your gun. Somebody's crazy. So 5150 crazy call.
Got you.
Yeah, like if they say 50-50, that's a car accident. But 5150 is actually a crazy call. So anyway, him and his host here, they are going back and forth. They busting each other out. It's Corey's show, so it's hard to trump somebody on their own show like that. I think it's kind of disrespectful. And you talking about Zoe? Zoe is his.
Zoe, I knew it was an O at the end.
Yeah, Zoe is his co-host. And they go back and forth because Zoe had a problem with Aaron Spears. He fought Aaron Spears on the show, and
now here's where I agree with Corey. Okay, I did agree that in no way, number one, in no way should Zoe have been physically touched, especially if he was saying, "Hey,
Mike,
that's making me uncomfortable."
Mike,
right?
You've been
the same.
Or I seen you. I seen you in that situation before. You would have probably handled it the same way.
Nah, look here.
You put
my person was being threatened in that case.
Okay. So same thing. The only difference between your situation and Zoe's situation, first. You wasn't gonna swing first, but dude actually was. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm the type of person I'm gonna swing first. I'm a little guy, so I
think it. I was like, whoa.
Right. So yeah, you had to be there. That's all I'm gonna say. You had to be there. And
what was interesting to me is they were doing this like on live, like they were literally brought. It was one of those.
So it actually happened 3 years ago, actually. But Aaron Spears, I met him twice. He is like Hollywood. He real Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hopefully he changed. He's real. He's real standoffish. He's real Hollywood. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? I'm a comedian. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Like, come on, man. Like that's disrespectful. So just imagine.
They be trying not to get no tag. What do they call them? Hanger honors or something like that.
What you mean?
Like people that they feel like people that's going, like kind of tag to them may not be as.
Pull your coat. Like
like kind of just hang on.
You don't do that to people, man. You just
you don't. I don't like it at all.
People, especially people you probably one day gonna end up sharing the stage with. You don't
very much so. Yeah.
And then once you do that to people, man, it rubs you the wrong way, man. And
yeah, people remember that.
yeah, they remember that. So when I seen the show, Aaron Spears was actually kind of dissing Zoe.
You keep calling him Aaron. I think that's so funny.
You ain't finna keep respecting me. And Zoe not a comedian. Zoe a regular dude that got a lot of input. So it's like,
Right.
I'll bust you in your face, and it went there. So.
And I know he was dead serious.
Oh yeah, he made it happen.
Oh, he was dead serious. But wait, so did you see the most recent conversation they had online outside of Aaron Spears?
Yeah, Corey kept telling me, man, I ain't none of Aaron Spears, fam. Like, don't talk to me.
I ain't none. I'm not none. But I believe him though.
Yeah, Corey. Listen, man.
I believe the Chicago in Corey. Do you understand what I'm saying? I believe it.
Let me tell you something. I know Corey. I know Corey. Corey, my dude. Corey don't play that. Corey, especially if he had some Hennessy.
Yeah.
Leave him alone, man. Leave him alone. Don't test that boy, man. Corey
said, I'm not none of Aaron Spears. So when he shook his head like this, I was like,
New York era. I think he's from like Yonkers or something. But anyway, he's from that New York area. And a lot of New York people, they do a lot of talking. They do a lot of, what I'm saying? Swing off first, but Zoe got it in. So I don't like to see that though, man. I don't like to see us fighting over nothing. I
like it. It was a. But do you think, like, okay, in taking the hindsight, taking a step back and looking at it, I felt like, is this a conversation we really want to have on live? Like, is this one we really want to have in front of the people? Like, we gonna just
and that's why I like this virtual stuff because it's hard to get into it virtually. All you got
right. It's hard. You just yelling at the phone. Then you feel stupid like when they get on live.
But I've seen it many a times. Not with just comedians, but people. They set up an interview like me and you. We set the interview up, and you said, "I'll be talking about this." I say, "Cool," but some people tell people, "Hey, man, don't bring this up or don't bring that up."
Right.
And then they get one, and then they bring it up. Like, fam, we just said,
don't bring that up.
And then here you is doing it. Like, go to a break.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I find it hard. It's like usually the thing that people are asking people to come on and talk. People are asking them to come on and talk. People are like, "Well, I don't want you to bring this up." They're like, "Well, that's why I want to talk to you."
Right, but let them at least if he say, "Man, hey man, something just happened to my family. Please don't bring my auntie up." You know what I'm saying? You should respect that. You shouldn't say,
"Yeah, that should be respected." Absolutely.
Oh crap! Like, oh, okay, you want to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how you want to do it.
Yeah, if you want to do that, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should respect your guests as well as respect his privacy. Some of that stuff you don't want to put it out there like that. Let him bring it up. Don't you bring it up, especially. So that's just me. Though.
Yeah. Now, here's another thing. Like most recent Mount Rushmore comics to release a special. We're saying what? Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy will be out with his soon. We're crossing our fingers, right?
Right.
Another legend. Give me one that you want to see do one.
Still alive?
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore. Well, I mean, Dave Chappelle's one of my favorites. Again, Eddie Murphy, one of my favorites. Chris Rock, I love Chris Rock, but he's not one of my favorites.
Chris Rock isn't one of my favorites either. I'm not really a fan of the Rock style of comedy.
I can't wait to work with him. Just weekend. Chris Rock, I want to work with him, but he's not my favorite comics. But
I'd love to be in a movie with Chris Rock. I think he's one of the greatest comedic actors ever. Yeah.
He is funny too on that.
Yeah.
Who do I want to see? I really want to see on stage do an hour. I want to see somebody like a Corey Holcomb. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
And then I really want to see oh man, that's me. I want to see me. I want to see me do an hour.
I want to see you too.
I want to see me do an hour, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see you too.
It's comedians out here, man. I respect a lot of them. And when I get to calling them out, man, I start forgetting people. You know, my head messed up. But I would love to see me get out here and do an hour, man, because I see some comedians, man. Like, no disrespect, but I saw Joe Torre get up there, man. It looked like he couldn't do an hour. You know what? I'm gonna tell you who else I want to see come back. I want to see Martin Lawrence come back. I want to see Martin Lawrence come back and hit everybody in the mouth. Because Ron Tell, that wasn't funny to me. But he's an excellent actor. I heard he's an excellent person. I really want to meet him. I want to see Martin Lawrence get back up there and doing that.
You know what? Let's talk about that. Yeah, we did talk about Arizona. We'll circle back though. But let's talk about that. So Martin came out. He was touring, right?
Yeah.
He was on tour, and a lot of people were saying that Martin was not as funny as they would have remembered him to be. Why do you think comedians, when they step off the mark for a while, they I have my kind of thing, but my opinion.
They put Martin up here, and they was Martin was only doing in between Def Jam. Martin was only doing like 2 or 3 minutes.
Right.
If you really think about it, Martin was a great host, so he do like 2 or 3 minutes.
But can we say that one more time? Can we say how long was he doing?
Martin was doing like maybe 3 to 5 minutes in between each comic.
3 to 5 minutes. Let's speak to the comedians for a second. When you are hosting a show, that's how long it should take you. Okay, 3 to 5 3 to 5 minutes. It should take you no longer than that to pass the mic to the next person.
If though, I'm gonna put a big if in there. If you got the crowd going, and the comedian before you didn't bring the punch, then the comedian, the host has to bring that fire back up before you bring the next comedian up.
True, but what you should not be doing as a host, right?
You shouldn't do 30 minutes. You
shouldn't be doing 5-10 minutes between every set.
Get off.
And you got the headliner and the feature in the back waiting, wondering what you doing.
Exactly. So when Martin was doing that, a lot of people put Martin up there like he was hella stage funny. He's not hella stage funny. Martin is sitcom funny. Martin is movie funny. So when he did Run Tell That, that's hard as heck, man. That's doing an hour. You got to go back and look at Delirious. You got to go back and look at Raw. You got to go back and look at Bernie Mac. You got to look at Robin Harris. Those cats, man. Richard Pryor was doing. Richard Pryor even bombed. Richard Pryor did an hour and it was garbage. And he told everybody, from what it was told, I seen the documentary. He said, "Man, everybody come back tomorrow. I'll be on my ball. But today wasn't it. So we're gonna do this again tomorrow." And he did the next show. The next day, and he killed it. And then he did, I think it was called Richard Pryor Live on Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
So it's hard doing an hour, man. It's hard. So when you being pushed up so far, like to the grave, that's a big thing. Kevin Hart, hilarious. That's my boy. Kevin is my guy.
Yeah.
Without the Red Cup boys helping him out, put that hour together, man. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? So
let's just say this real quick. Red Cup, they are in their own right. Each one by themselves.
They are. But let me tell you this. And I just put it on my post about 3 weeks ago. Who would you go see the same night? And that's what I'm starting to do.
It depends. Are you asking me would I go see them do a podcast format?
Check it. Would you go see 85 South or the Red Cup Boys? Same night, same ticket price. Right.
Podcast or stand up? It's a difference.
They show. You know how they do their show.
I know how they do their show. If I'm going to see a podcast, I'm going to go see 85 South. If they're strictly doing stand up, Red Cup, Plastic Cup Boys are funnier. They are.
That's why I say comedy is a subjective. Because I'm
not gonna lie to you. As far as stand-up goes, I've seen all of these people live. I've seen every single one live.
Carlos
do stand-up.
Carlos Miller is a beast.
Carlos Miller is a GOAT, but Carlos Miller, as far as stand-up, he carries the team.
So what you saying? DC ain't got it?
DC funny, but DC ain't beating Plastic Red Cup Boys.
Ooh.
He not.
Hey, Mike, when they come again, I'm gonna make sure you're right there. Let me tell you something. That boy DC,
he's funny. Don't get me wrong. He's funny. I seen DC.
Did you know he can play drums?
Yeah, he's from the church.
He played drums in the church. So he do a joke while he's playing the drums. He's telling a joke. He was just messing with it. He was doing it like at a sound check. He was under the sound check.
Yeah.
Dude, he was doing it so raw. I mean, the comedians were sitting back, man. We sitting back like, you should do that now. The only problem was the drums was too loud. The drums was louder than the mic, and they couldn't push it far enough to the stage.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have worked out. But
DC
man,
is funny. DC is hilarious. But DC, he will be up there. He will be up there.
That boy is on his way. And then
yeah,
I'm taking nothing from the Red Cup boys. I've seen them before too. But
you gotta go see him live. Spank
85 South will sell out before theirs.
But see, we talking 85 South as a brand is bigger than the Plastic Red Cup, all that.
Real talk, they don't even use promoters.
Yeah, they're bigger as a brand. Yeah. But if we're talking about getting up on stage, not having each other, just doing stand-up, right? Spank them funnier.
Okay.
I've got to give it to her. I can't even lie. And I done seen all of them live. Only person I haven't seen live is Chico Bean, but I don't have to.
Chico is amazing.
So
he put a lot of music in his jokes. So if you're not up on Outkast and that Atlanta swing, he'll throw some joke at you, and it'll have a hook with the Outkast in it. And if you don't get it, you'll be like, where did that come from? But the Outkast niggas be rolling because everybody know where it came from. So you got
exactly, which I can appreciate that because as you know,
and you don't know, you will be lost.
Yeah, so I was sitting there looking, but I done seen them. I seen them live. I seen Chico live. I've not seen Chico. I haven't seen Chico live. I've seen DC live. I've seen Carlos live. I've seen all the Cup Boys live. Even the old dude funny to me.
You say even the old dude.
he funny to me. I was dying laughing at them.
Funny. Yeah.
When Spank said I had to turn over my he said my phone lit up or something. I got a few jokes I'll be dying at. And he was funny to me.
Yeah, hilarious. But I mean, like I say, we was just in Chicago, and the dude came to me, was like, man, you could have did the whole show because I was the host.
Yeah.
Did the whole show, man. He said them other two cats wasn't that funny. I didn't agree, but that was his opinion because, like I told him, comedy is subjective. Take them, so yeah, it's just all good. I love,
but they comedy is subjective because a lot of people think that Chris Rock is like one of the funniest people in the world, and I have never in my life
because they're fans and they know what they like. You know,
I've never laughed out loud at Chris Rock.
No, but
not a stand-up. I've laughed out loud at a movie that Chris Rock was in, like how he was bringing the character to life.
Right.
But I don't think I remember actually laughing out, like actually curled over laughing at Chris Rock. I don't know if I've ever had a time like that.
Well, it's been times a lot of people and then we forget certain comedians, man. Like I think Cedric the Entertainer been holding back his whole life. Like he's
dope.
Said it's so cold.
Yeah.
Said somebody else coming behind him, he'll down his show a little bit. He won't go hella funny. He'll just be just enough funny. Bruce, hilarious.
Bruce is just dope. What he's arguably, if Arnez J wasn't in that conversation, he's arguably the best comic view host there is. But Arnez J was dope.
Earthquake. I mean, I can go down the list, man. There's
Earthquake
cats that I've been on stage with, man. These cats have you crying backstage, and then the next thing you know, they say, "All right, man, have a good night." I'm like, "What? Like you ain't even headliner?" So it's so many comedians out there, man. I stand when I'm out of town. If I'm not doing comedy, if I'm not on stage, I'm looking for a comedy club to check out the next one because they are off the chain funny, man. Some of these cats that we slipping on, even here in the city, like Marlon Hill, he do his show every Saturday.
Yeah.
MarlonHill.com. If y'all want to come check it out, every Saturday he do it. He does every Saturday. He's funny as heck. Who else? There's a bunch of people here. I can't think of his other cat. They're getting ready to do a show. Oh, they're getting ready to honor Miss Magic. Betty G is putting together a show to do that. I think on Fridays or Saturday like that.
I want to give just some info back on Miss Magic, and she may not even tell anybody this. My first real show.
Mm-hmm.
My first real show was myself, Miss Magic. I think Black was hosting.
Okay.
The headliner, I believe, was it wasn't Antoine McNeil. Was it Antoine McNeil?
Probably so.
No, he was just there. He was just there.
Okay.
I forget who the headliner was, but it was Roof, Cutting Up. Cutting
Mhm.
Up, I think, was the headliner.
Okay.
But it was Cutting Up show, and that's the first time I performed, like to me, at a real show.
Mhm.
Miss Magic was on. She was very nice lady. She was like, "You're dope. You're amazing. You did a really good job."
Me and Miss
She's
Magic.
amazing.
That was my big sister, man. May she rest in peace.
Love.
Me and her got into it a couple times. She used to always say she started my career. I'm like, how? How did you start my career, Miss Magic? Please stop telling people that. And it was one time we was getting ready to go see Bernie Mac, because all of us thought we was the bomb. You know what I'm saying? So anytime a big comedian comes to town, we just go out to the river. Well, I used to go out to the riverside like I was on the show. Like I didn't care.
Yeah.
They say no. I try to buy a ticket last minute. If not, then I go. But I get down there, and Miss Magic is down there standing backstage too. So luckily, Bernie Mac came out. He's smoking a cigar. I said, "Man, I'm D-Rock, man." And she's like, "Yeah, and I'm Miss Magic. And we supposed to be on the show, and y'all just come to our city, and y'all just spit, y'all just." And we like, wait a minute. And it was funny. It was funny. They let us backstage. Of course, we couldn't get on because the show was packed. But she used that to like say she was my manager or my. But I'm gonna say this too. She was the only person that, and there's no footage of this, so this is exclusive. This is exclusive on the Michael J. Curtis show.
Front row with Michael J. Curtis. Yes, go ahead.
There's no pictures. Miss Magic is the only lady in comedy that I put on the dress for. Me and Troy, for her show, she wanted to do a comedy skit, and we put on dresses for it. She did a show at Jamie's on 35th and Capitol. Dresses. She wanted us to put on lipstick. I was like, hell no, I'm not doing it. And we put that stuff on, man. People started bringing out their cameras. I'm like, nope. And I took it. I was going to take the dress off. She's like, don't take no pictures. Don't take no pictures. So we ended up doing, it was like Ladies on the Bus or something like that. She was doing like a reenactment of
oh, that's hilarious.
Of a Rosa Parks on the bus or something like that. And we all had to put on the dress. Man, I couldn't wait. I told her, I said, I ain't never doing this no more, man. Because Miss Magic, that was my sister. She used to always do stuff out the box, man. She did stuff that nobody else done. So
that was good. She was a very good spirit. Very good spirit.
We went to Minnesota one time. Why they call her Miss Magic? And then my guy was like, "You'll see." he roofed. He was like, "You'll see." And she go up on stage, and Miss Magic, she go her own way. She don't go with everybody else. So she wasn't funny that night. So the host go back up. The host was like, "Yeah, I see why they call her Miss Magic, because she put everybody to sleep at the same time." Da-da! You know, girl like that, but
like, oh no.
The next show, she was right there. She kept doing it.
Everybody got a night. Everybody got a night where they be like,
oh yeah, everybody got them nights, man.
Yeah, like it was all right.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it. But you know what? It's very different because you could not feel it, and the crowd could think you were hilarious, and you could be like,
yeah, that's why
I didn't really like it.
So that's why you know you haven't made it. And there's a lot of comedians. There's a lot of shows that's going on nowadays, man. People ask, like, why they do that? That wasn't no comedy show. That was garbage and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people out here going to these comedy shows, and the comics are not stepping up and doing anything. That's the only thing I'm mad at Milwaukee about. I think we need to come together a little bit more and make sure that show is off the chain. And it's a lot of shows coming from outside of Milwaukee coming here, and they amateurs, and we just letting these people come and just get our crowd, and people paying $10, $15, $20 for some of these shows, and they not funny. We can't keep doing that, man.
Well, you know, it got to be about, but who wants to be that person that's like, you're not ready?
I mean, I will, because it's, let me tell you something, Mike. Let me be honest with you. It's certain things called open mic. You know what I'm saying? Open mic, you go work out. You know what I'm saying? You work out every week. Well, I'm putting together one as we speak, right? Yeah. And then you got shows, Friday and Saturday night shows, where people come to see you, and you needed to be funny. You know what I'm saying? If I'm paying If I'm paying $15, $20, that's actually $30 and $40 because I'm buying 2 tickets.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting down and you up here and you ain't funny. That ain't my fault as a consumer.
And then it not only does that, but then when I come and it's time for me to promote my show,
there you go.
Then people are like, well,
oh man,
is the comedians gonna be funny?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why would I invite comedians that ain't funny? What would be the point of that?
So many garbage shows. That's why a lot of my family, they be like, man, I'm not coming unless you're on the show. I'll be like, oh, come on now. No. They be like, man, we not going because they, it's a lot of people that throw shows that's not funny. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they not funny. It's just like they not that. It's not their night. You know what I'm saying? And then they make it bad for other comics, man.
I think people don't know they subject matter. I think that's really
not even that, man. You gotta have material. You gotta go up. You gotta make people laugh, whether they're in church, whether they're in the streets, whether they're sinners, whether they're saved. Yeah. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have something to touch everybody. But if you going up talking about, well, man, I smoke weed every day and you ain't in front of a weed audience, that's your fault. Why did you call yourself a comedian? And so it's about people out here that's motivational speakers. And they need to stick to their game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being cocky. I'm just saying when you know your audience.
But it's true though.
Laugh, yeah, man. And don't
then it's times where you be like, I could tell you haven't hit the mic in a long time because you don't know how to sit down. It's
oh my God.
I told one guy that was performing. I explained to him, I said, because he was I can still consider myself new. And I don't know why, but I still consider myself new. So I was telling him, like, at this point, you working for free. You do know that. Like, people pay for a certain amount of time. If you getting up there and they done paid for 5 minutes and you giving them 30, what they gonna pay me for? They ain't gotta pay you.
But it's 30 of garbage.
That too. But then by the time that the actual headliner get on stage, the audience done got so tired of hearing comedians, they don't even want to hear the people that's actually funny. They done lost their patience with listening because you done got up there and you wasn't that funny.
Mike, listen, man, I'd have been in the game long enough where I've been to shows, and if it's 6 is on the show, that means you're gonna have 3 comedians. That means you're gonna have a long intermission. That means you got 3 strong comedians coming after your intermission. Okay. That's the shows I've been used to. And those shows happen at the Riverside. They happen at the Milwaukee Theater. They happen at the Paps. Those are the big shows, right?
Right.
But when you got a lot of us coming to, if you got 5 or 6 comics coming to the Miramar Theater,
right?
If you got 5 or 6 of us coming to a side club or a bar, I'm mad at you in an open mic because you actually cheating yourself, man. That's not a show. And then you making people, oh, this is a show. That's where I do my shows. That's not it, man. It's a format on how you do shows.
And people don't like sitting that long. I be trying to explain to people.
Dude,
you feel like you're giving them bigger bang for their buck, but they don't like sitting that long.
That's why you got movies that's no longer than an hour, 30 minutes.
Yeah, people don't like sitting that long. People ain't interested in sitting in here and you talk. You got to think. It ain't preaching, but it's still, they only want to hear you talk for so long. Like it's done at this point.
Tell me about it. So a lot of people, our attention span is too short. Who are you? What are you saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, man.
I'm usually shocking them at the, as soon as I get up there.
Real talk.
I'm ready. I ain't gonna lie. I had some of the most fun I had on stage when we were in Lake Geneva.
Nah.
That was lit. I had a good time.
That's something we trying to get back going too, Mike. And
I had an awesome time. I thought that was so much fun.
You're a hella comedian because you take it somewhere other comedians don't. But like I said, this is your platform right here, man. This talk show.
Oh, this is lit. I love doing this.
This is, and a lot. I'm gonna say this too. I am so tired of hearing platform. A lot of people do. A lot of people. This platform.
This is, but you know what? It is if you respect it as such.
Yeah, but this is what you do though. This you interviewing big time people, talking about big time stuff.
Yeah,
this you do, man.
Well, see, this is why you're every Monday because,
cool.
Yeah, Yeah, every Monday, and just bringing people on. I believe you have the relationship in certain things. Like there are questions I have, I think you already know the answer to. But I'm always asking questions like, so what were you doing? What happened in this? And so how did this? So I think it's really good because we get a chance to pull comedians in, have conversations that people in comedy you usually don't see people in comedy really having. Like they're having the conversations about how long a host should be going in between each set. And that is your job to control the show. And if somebody's taking too long, it is your job to wheel them back in.
Yeah, and I mean, you could tell. I've got to shows and I see a comedian that host that's up there a long time. That means that you don't perform a lot. That means that the last show only had 10 people there. So this show got 40, 50 people there. So he excited. So he don't want to come off stage. He wanted that, but you're disrespecting the game. If you hired a comedian to come in and do that, then that's why them 50 or 60 people there. They there to see that one comedian. They didn't come.
They're there to see these people.
They didn't come last week, and they ain't gonna come next week. They come DL Hughley. They can get down. You know,
and get down. And I feel like it's always, I don't know why, but I'm usually, if it's not like you or somebody who's seasoned, I'm usually sitting in the audience going,
come on.
Why are they taking so long?
Come on. Right. I mean, lately, I've been, I like I said, the show I just hosted in Chicago, I know it was 2 shows. So, you know, I hurry up and do the first show. Not hurry up, but I keep the show real tight because you don't want the first show to run over to the second show.
Right.
And the second show, I did the same thing. And then the dude that hired me was like, hey, man, come here. Hey, man, the people want to see you a little bit more. So when the headliner come down, do another 10 minutes. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. He's like, man, I'm paying you to. I'm like, no, the headliner was funny.
It's the last person to go.
And wrap it up, and that's it.
And then you're done. There ain't no coming back and doing no extra 10 minutes. Then that means I'm the headliner.
We don't need to do that. Right, exactly.
And then that means we need to discuss some more pay because that's different than hosting.
Bro. So, don't get me wrong, I love doing comedy. So,
yeah,
we got some things going where we need to let people know that we got open mics, we got shows, and then
I'm not gonna lie to you because I ain't supposed to be telling nobody this between me and you. We just talking. You look, this between me and you as the world watches, right?
Right.
So I'm prepping to shoot a special, right? Or something like a special, a visual, right? Maybe like 45. We're gonna see. I think I got it.
Okay.
But I want to work on it, right? And I was thinking, I'm like, dang, it's COVID. Where I'm gonna go? This is gonna be like the crowd I want to really try to, right? So I'm glad that you're doing an open mic.
Yeah, we working on it now. I just talked to the young lady yesterday, Sunday. Yeah, talked to her yesterday, and she's excited about doing it. The only thing is, it's got to make sense. Like,
right.
We're gonna do that once a month. I mean, we're gonna do a big show once a month, and then we're gonna build up to that show.
Right.
And then the comedian that's really showing, and being impressive, doing their thing, learning the game.
Right.
We're gonna make sure they open up, and then we'll have a big comedian, come up and do their thing.
Should we do teams? Should we start pulling in people that we think would be good? Like comedians? Should we start reaching out? Is that the problem that we're having? Because we're more of a we take who come rather than
I'm always, I want to take the person that comes. I'm not going to go chase anybody down because some people think they're too big for open mics. So a lot of people think open mics is you disrespecting them. So we're going to open it up. People that come is for you. People that don't come is not for you. And there's no disrespect.
Yeah.
The comedians, if you call yourself a comedian, come in free, you do got to buy a drink. Because I've been with some comedians that go to open mics and they like, oh, give me some water. Like, dude, it's not going to last if you're not buying nothing. You got to spend, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we're not telling you to spend the $5, but come on, man, how we going to survive if you come in every week just to do your 3 minutes and then you go home?
Yeah. And then it you know what? And if you have a venue that supports the open mic format, right?
And that's what we're getting ready to do. We're getting ready to do an open mic. We'll have the first 10 comics that sign up come down, do your 5 to 7 minutes, come down, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not signed up by a certain time, then instead of doing 5 minutes, I might say, okay, Mike, you got 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
8 minutes, 10 comics, that's 80 minutes.
Well, a lot of people don't really know how to do open mics, right? Not to say that I've been to a whole lot of them.
Yeah,
but you're supposed
material.
Yeah, you're supposed to be doing new material. You're supposed to be doing material that you haven't tried before.
Or sharpen your own material. We don't
really, sharpen the old, right?
We don't
so
really,
like for me,
as long as you do,
yeah.
You when the light go up, wrap it up. Don't do it.
Skybox was my open mic. That was
It's first. No, you already said that. Come down.
Yeah.
Like you did.
Come down. Come sit down.
Yeah.
Exactly. But if you here every week.
I used to drive to Chicago, Mike, for that.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, sir. All the way. You know, I drive all the way to Chicago for that 7 minutes of time. And sometimes when I get there, they'll be like, D-Rock, man, we got no room. Everybody got here before you. I'm like, dang. So do that mean do I quit? Or do that mean next week I got to get up an hour earlier?
Yeah.
That meant.
Now, was this at the Laugh Factory?
I'm getting off at 3:00 and I'm driving to Chicago. I'm gonna get there at 5 instead of 6.
Now, was this at the Laugh Factory? Where did you do your open mic?
No. It was at a place called All Jokes Aside.
Oh, got you.
All Jokes Aside, man. That's where everybody was there, man. That's where Bernie Mac, Adele Givens, Cheryl Underwood. Yeah, that was there. Laugh Factory wasn't messing with us. Laugh Factory wasn't messing with us. So we was doing that. We was doing that at All Jokes Aside. Damon Williams started me, man. Damon Williams and Michael Collier saw something in me. Asked me that I want to go do a show in Indiana. Next thing I know, I called myself a comedian. So worked out.
It's lit. But you know, like you said, how you said that after a show. Like when did I start comedy? On my 26th birthday, I threw a birthday party where I did. This show you what I thought of myself. Where I was gonna do comedy, right?
Right.
So that's what I did. Andrew, Unpredictable Drew, hosted it, right? So he hosted it. And at the end, everybody was like, you actually are very funny. You should keep doing it. So I kept going. Right. And what is this year? That was back, what was this? I'm about to be 30, so that'll be what, 4 years come November? So 4 years, it's like a degree. I've been doing it almost, 4 years? So we're going to try to come out with a visual on the 4-year anniversary. So it'll be like having a bachelor's.
Right.
It's going to be my walk across the stage.
Right. Okay, I see it.
It should work. It should work out. We're going to see what happens.
The only thing I got to say about that, Mike, is I was on tour. Did an interview at a radio station.
Yeah.
And Ricky Smiley was there. Cedric Entertainer was there.
Right.
My guy Marcus Combs was there. There's a lot of comedians there. And a lot of comedians, they ask, man, how long you been doing comedy? And you should hear them. 7 years. I've been doing 8 years. Man, I've been doing 20 years. I've been doing blah, 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 right?
Right.
So they got to me and said, D-Rock, man, how long you been doing comedy? I said, not long enough.
Right.
And Ricky looked at me and was like, gave me that look. And he said, what you mean? I said, man, every year, if you only did one show, do you count that year? Don't make sense. Now, if you did 12 shows in 1 year, that means you did one show a month. So why do you count the years when you ain't putting in the shows? You ain't putting in the hours. You ain't putting in the time.
True. Because if we're using it like that, right. I have not this past year. I wouldn't count that because I did like 3 shows. Okay, like 3, but it was COVID. COVID did it to me. Look.
Some people before COVID they was counting 12, 15 years. So look at it like a bus driver. If a bus driver say he been driving for 3 years, right?
Right.
His first year he had an accident and he didn't drive a whole year. What did you do, bro? Are you really a bus driver for a whole year? No.
Yeah.
So my thing is, then don't get me wrong. I just think I don't have enough shows underneath me to call myself a sellout person? Can somebody book you in Norfolk, Virginia, and everybody from Norfolk come to see you? No. Or can they? So when people use that year thing, it's kind of confusing. Especially when I see some of these cats not working. It's a lot of cats that are working. They calling me, D-Rock, man, what's up with your Saturday night? Man, I ain't had no Saturday night in 2 years. What did you talking
Do people do that? I don't think I do that.
Mike, look, I can show you on this phone on how many people that call me.
You know what? Let me explain something to you. As I came into comedy, doing the type of comedy that I do, I had to show people that it was palatable for an audience.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was funny to other comedians, but they were like, are you too much for my crowd? Kind of like kind of thing. They're like, are you too much for like a crowd of mine? So I always was appreciative when other comedians saw, but they didn't really see it until I started producing my own show. Then they was kind of like, okay.
I remember you like, dude, how do I get on stage? I'm like, build it. You got to
exactly.
You can't sit back and wait for somebody to do a show and then get mad because they're not booking you.
No. It's for me. I'd rather make you want to book me than begging you to book me. It's a person I remember that had seen me perform numerous times, and I remember asking them, like, I've never been to your venue, and he was like, send me a tape. Wow. Now, I ain't sending no tape because I knew what that meant.
Right. But I mean, on the other hand, too, I mean, it's this cat called Bob Sumner. Bob Sumner used to produce and used to scout for Def Comedy Jam. Right. Mm-hmm. A lot of people was just so upset with Bob Sumner. Bob Sumner never gave me a chance. Bob Sumner never called me back.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been that person to tell people call me back. If I'm not sitting at home holding on to my jokes waiting for Bob Sumner to call me. No. So why are you mad when I don't call you? I'm gonna give you another example. We was doing the show down at Deluxe called Too Funny Fridays, me and Kelly.
Right.
And man, when I say comedians was calling and getting mad at us, it was ridiculous. But I'm telling them, man, first of all, it's only $5 or $10 to get in. We can only get 70 people in here. So you can count the money. Me and Kelly was splitting that, and then when we get a comedian, we'll split that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it wasn't no big money. But in order for it to be a big show, I had to tell Kelly. She was like, well, D, I'm gonna call Unpredictable Drew. I'm gonna call. I'm like, yeah, they can open up, but I'm calling my heavy hitters. I'm calling Damon. I'm calling Marcus Combs. I'm calling all my people from Chicago and LA and Atlanta.
I've been to that show, and what's so funny is I met Kelly prior to meeting you.
Yeah,
kid you not, Kelly is the person that made me want to do comedy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember we was at like a firefighters like little dinner, and we was talking, and I was making her laugh because you know me, right? And she was like, "You funny,
right?
You comedian?" And I was like, "No."
That's how I go. Yeah, a lot of people come down, a lot of people, and then we start getting a lot of people that'll call us and say, "Yeah, man, I heard y'all had Marcus Combs down there last week, man. Can I come next week?" And these Chicago's cats. So I'm like, man, I don't really know who you are, but you can come. And then they'll come with Wildcat, and then they'll open up garbage. Wildcat come in there and tear that room down. You know what I'm saying? He gotta come tear the room down, and then they want to come the next week. Hey man, give me $50. I come. Like, look, listen, bro. If you got to keep calling me, asking me, obviously you're not funny enough. So don't be mad. But that crowd down there has started loving me and Kelly so much, where they knew every week was gonna be funny. Now we got it built up. We got to build it up so much they didn't even care who was there. As long as me or Kelly was there, they didn't care. And it was nice. I ain't gonna lie. It was nice when they knew Kelly was out of town. People didn't come, but it was still packed. We still got the money in. And then when it started dying down, the reason why it started dying down, a lot of people ask me, why did it start dying down? It started dying down because Kelly started getting booked on a lot of stuff for the weekend, and then I was getting booked a lot of stuff. So I had to look for another comedian to come in and hold it down while me and Kelly was gone. When they found out me or Kelly wasn't there, it was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, same thing with Skybox. Skybox loved T-Dot on a Tuesday night. They loved T-Dot on Tuesday night. When D-Rock came down there, they was like, oh, I ain't coming back no more. Because they knew I wasn't going to play no bull. I wasn't going to just put them up just because they was there, basically.
And you know what? I'm
you know, every week to make sure you're there. T-Dot is consistent. T-Dot was call you. I'll put it like this. You know what's going on Tuesday nights. I'll see you down there at 7 o'clock. If I don't
T-Dot was one. I did a show, and you know what? I'm lying. That show with Miss Magic was not my first real show. It was a show that Andrew booked me for. It was actually my first real one.
Oh, okay.
So what I was gonna say, Hood was promoting. Hood was promoting. It was down at the
Hood
Hefner. It was down at the it was a jazz club and the reason I remember it is because I was fucking with what's his name? Activist walked to DC. Dreads. You know who that is. With the dreads. Somebody watching. Dang, dreads all the way back here.
Oh, you talking about
see, that's messed up. Black people describe somebody any type of way. You see how dreads all the way back here?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so he him and his, I guess, girl, whoever, owned it. And so I remember that because it was right after the riots. And I was messing with him. I said, he an activist until the police pull up. Then he don't know who he is. then he like, who? Who's that? Who? That ain't me.
He ain't ready to go to jail. I heard that.
Oh no, nobody want to go to jail. So then that's particularly lit. I have a show, you know, I always wanted to, and this is something that actually I'm gonna talk to you about because this is funny. It ain't really funny, but it's for me. So you know, I always perform in front of straight crowds. Mm-hmm. So on the 28th, April 28th of this month, right? Because this month is April 28th, I get to actually perform. This will be my first time. I've been doing comedy as far as timetable, right?
Yearly.
Yearly. Since I was 26. This will be my first time performing at a gay venue.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I'm so excited. I'm excited like I'm performing down at a theater or something. Like I'm excited. I just want to go and just have fun. Like I just want to have fun with my people. Just
but Mike, after you do that gay show, I want to interview you and find out what's the difference, because to me, comedy is comedy.
Comedy is comedy, and you want to know the difference? It's because things I have to kind of ease into with the crowds that I'm usually in front of, I can kind of jump into with. Mike, I feel like I can jump into it more.
Ease in front of anybody, boss. Be who you are.
You know what? I'll take it.
Let me tell you,
this drink good too. I wish I could send it to you.
People are not going to accept you for trying to be somebody else.
Mm-mm.
You got to be Michael J. Curtis all the time, man.
Very much so.
I'm not finna ease into nothing. I got like I said, I got a gay cousin. He the best Turner Roper at our. He the best Turner Roper at all our family.
He's a Turner Roper.
He's the
not
best
jump roper. None of that. Turner Roper.
Yeah, he got the attitude and everything.
Turner Roper. Because let's even take it back to this. Because I have been pushed forward by people like you and T-Dot. I cannot be nervous about getting up and doing comedy.
Just do it.
T-Dot sent me a text message one time. He was like, I had did the comedy, but it really wasn't my set. And he could tell. So he texted me one time like, don't ever do that again.
Let me give you a story bigger than that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not a fan of Steve Harvey. Okay. I love it. He's a great comic. Hopefully one day I'll get to work with him. Hopefully I'll sit down and talk to him and tell him why he's not my favorite. Or why I disagree with a lot of stuff he did. But anyway.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey started from what I've done history on. He started in white comedy clubs.
Oh wow.
Hi, my name's Steve Harvey. I got 3 kids. Blah 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 blah. Right.
Mm-hmm. He
went to go do another show in front of a black crowd and started to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And people like, now what the who is dude? Like,
Mm-hmm.
When he started being himself, that's when people accepted him.
Dope.
He started talking about reading out loud, him stuttering, his big ass lips. When he started talking about himself, a lot of people was like, oh, okay, now we'll accept you. We'll come buy us a ticket to see Steve Harvey, but whoever the other dude was, fuck him. I am not going
to... I don't know who that is.
So
good on him.
My point is, people will come see Michael J. Curtis.
Right.
They will come see you, boss. Trust me, I seen it. And they're not gonna come see you because you gay. They gonna see you because you funny.
And throw it out there, have a good time.
And so stop doing. So what you saying is, when you go do the gay show, ain't no straight people allowed?
No, what I'm saying is it's fine. It's like being black and never performing in front of a black crowd.
Right. You gotta be funny.
Weird.
You gotta be funny. Nah, bro. I don't see that. I think you cheating yourself.
You think so?
Yes, sir. I think you're cheating yourself. I think you're hilarious. Just because you don't see people laughing like they might laugh at somebody else, don't mean you're not funny. You got to understand that it's some things that about you that they're not gonna find in the other comic.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a couple comics that's gay and they don't even say nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the first thing I say when I
female comics. There's a couple female comics I know personally, just don't bring it up. They that's not a part of their comedy, but they hilarious. I know a couple guy comics that are flat out gay, got a boyfriend, everything, but he never say nothing about him being from Detroit. He never said nothing about him being gay. And this is the crazy part. He do a lot of gangster shit. He do a lot of gay, and I didn't know he was gay until we ended up having to get a hotel room, and he was like, "No, I got somebody with me." I'm like, "Oh, my bad," and I'm thinking it was a girl, of course, and it wasn't. It was a guy. So I'm like,
I'm thinking I'm breaking the mold here. Apparently, I'm just more the same.
But people love him. People love him, and they can't wait till he hit the stage. So stop trying to. Just like you told me the story about when you first told your mama. This ain't about her.
I was like, this. Wait a minute. This is not about This is not about you. Okay, right now.
You said my mother feelings was hurt. That was funny. This ain't about you. This people that you have a story. You have a story that people can't wait for you to tell. You know,
it's fun.
When I was going through my divorce, a lot of people was like, "Man, you going through something. You going through something." And then when I start talking about it, a lot of people start coming. "Man, I'm going through a divorce too, man. How you doing?" I'm like, "What? You and your wife y'all was just at Applebee's yesterday." "Yeah, dog, but it ain't what it is." You know what I'm saying? So trust me, man. Be yourself, Mike. Don't stop hiding behind trying to do just a straight crowd or just a gay crowd. Do your funny.
No, I want it to be mixed, but you know, it's very few and far between. I look out and see, you know, my people.
That's why you funny. That's why you got to be different.
Yeah,
be the same as everybody else. Nobody wants to see two Chris Rocks at the same time. No. Ain't nobody come see D.L. Hughley's. No. They're gonna pick one D.L. Hughley, and ain't nobody come to see you. You know why? What's his name? So popular. What's the white comedian now? That dude, Gary Owen. You know why people come see Gary Owen?
Why?
Who else? Who else do you compare with? Nobody.
Yeah, nobody. You're right. Nobody.
That's why they come.
But I wonder, since he divorces him and his wife about to get divorced, is it gonna work?
I mean, it don't matter. Not because he's just so hilarious, but it's like they like him.
Yeah.
It's a me and a me. It's a me. It's short little dudes that wear little hats, little Anthony Hamilton hats. That run around. They got a lot of energy. It's a me and a me.
I ain't a million of you. You different. You D-Rod.
Thank you. But tell the people that keep booking the unfunny Lil Duval. Shit.
But I think Duval brings something different.
Yeah, but he still got more money than me right now. I ain't hating because what's for me is for me.
Yeah.
And Lil Duval, I do that to him all the time. I said the only reason why they book you is because they was looking for me, motherfucker. Little motherfucker. Bitch, come out. Like, shut your little ass up.
Mm-mm.
You know, but yeah, man, it's just you be yourself, man. Don't try to be nobody else, man. Watch and see how many people are gonna book you because you Michael J. Curtis. They're not gonna book you because you act like Unpredictable Drew. A lot of people ask me, was Unpredictable Drew gay? I'm like, I don't know. Ask him.
You know, Unpredictable Drew twerk on stage. It's hard to follow.
And listen, that's my bro. So when I talk to him, man, I'll be like, dude, be yourself. Like he be like, man, people be trying. Nah, be you, dog. Don't try to. When I think of comedians, even the shows that I've been affiliated with, they'll ask me, man, I'm finna call these cats from Chicago. I'm like, hold on, man. Before you call these cats from Chicago, what if I show you 10 comedians from Milwaukee that's just as funny?
Right.
They be like, huh? It ain't 10 comedians in. Wait, I had forgot about some comedians. And it was a great show. It was just the wrong timing as far as people coming out to see it, but it still taped well. Everybody filmed it well.
Mm-hmm.
It's off the chain. So we're gonna keep doing it, man. Ain't no comics better than Milwaukee comics. Not to me.
Milwaukee got some dope.
This is what our problem is. Our problem is, first of all, we don't have a lot of venues.
Right.
And the people don't know who to go see.
Right. True.
They like, well, I thought that was, so if we say 2 Funny Fridays coming back, watch and see it's gonna be packed.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to get a brand on people. Like mine is called Grown Folks Comedy. So when people come, they're gonna know it's for grown folks. They know they ain't finna come up here and see whatever they seeing. And I'm not hating on that, but that ain't the type of people. I mean, they ain't the type of show my mama gonna come to. My auntie not gonna come to that show. Look at that.
First of all, I love your mama for loving me. First of all, the one time that she
loved
the
you.
one time that she saw me, I'm like, thank you.
Dude, she said, whoever that damn Michael J. Curtis, that nigga funny. And her favorite Milwaukee comic is Chris Barnes and Chastity Washington.
Chastity is hilarious.
That's my sister. And I said, what about Marlon? Marlon, that's my son. I love Marlon too, but I'm telling you, that damn Chastity and that damn Chris Barnes. Let me perform it again. I'll pay money to see you. I'm like, really? I'm like, so you ain't gonna go see your own son? Well, I can see you in the living room. All I gotta do is cook. I'm like, yeah, okay.
She said all she gotta do is cook.
She right.
When you tell her to come see me, I want to be able to make her laugh again. I had a good time on that show.
But yeah, it's just like so if you got your brand, like a lot of people talk about brand, that's another thing I'm tired of hearing. You got a platform, you got a brand, you can do it. Yeah, come on.
You got a brand. But you know what? A lot of people don't really understand branding and marketing and all that good jazz.
But I do understand branding though, because if I stamp on something, that means people are coming. Are you gonna come? Yes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will be tripping on the churches. They say, well, if Bishop Burke ain't there, I ain't going. Wow, really? And I heard people say that.
I'm gonna be honest with you now. That ain't just at Greater New Birth. It's a lot of places that if the pastor ain't preaching, they going to visit somebody else's church.
And I asked Bishop Burke, who is one of his favorite Milwaukee comedians, and that's what he's Milwaukee because he don't really deal with comedians outside of Milwaukee. So this is my point. When you got a brand and people love you and people want to see you, man, stop worrying about whether it's a straight, gay, all women, all men, whatever show. Nah, they gonna come because it's Michael J. Curtis. It's courtesy show. Period. Present by
yeah. So I want you to come out to This Is It on April 28th.
Mike, you know me. If I'm working, I'm coming.
It's gonna be real fun. If you get hit on while you're there, just take the drink, okay?
No. That happened in Atlanta, man. Listen. So
no.
No, listen. So this it's crazy. This one attractive female bought a drink. I should have known it was something because I seen Harlem Nights, right? And they said the young lady down at right there bought you a drink. I said, thank you. I just held the drink up. Said, thank you. A couple minutes later, you feel like dancing? I was like, yeah, of course. So I get on the dance floor, I'm dancing or whatever, them strobe lights going and everything. Cool. Let me go to the bathroom real quick. I go to the bathroom and I turn around and she coming in the bathroom too. And I'm looking like, in Atlanta, it's the first time I seen a bathroom where everybody can go in because there's stalls and it's urinals, and the urinals got the little spacers in between them. The young lady went into the stall. I finished using the bathroom, washed my hands, and got the fuck out of that club. I was gone. I was up.
Hey, here's the thing. She was like,
but see, look, the bathrooms, it don't say male to female.
Right.
It just say restroom. So it wasn't no gay club either. It was a very club in Atlanta. I think it was called Atlanta Live. If I'm not mistaken. But that's how I found out, man. You could be, you so no drinks, please. Thank you. But
no drinks, please.
When is the show? July? When? June?
For me, it's April 28th. Down at This Is It.
That's coming soon.
It's coming very soon. And I thought I was gonna have promo about today, but apparently I don't. So it's gonna be April 28th.
Cool.
I'm like, give me this stuff so I can promote it. It's gonna be April 28th.
If I'm not booked, if I'm not somewhere, man, I don't mind coming down, man. I'm straight on my sexuality. I know where I stand, so I'm good.
You know what? I just feel like everybody should get like that. And once it happens, then they'll feel a lot better. Like once everybody gets to the point where they can just be comfortable with themselves and be confident in who they are. Like I don't mind going to a strip club where women is at because
you know what's crazy, Mike? I told you that time we went and hung out, man, and that girl was on you so hard, dude. She was like, come on, hook me up with your cousin. I'm like, that first of all, it's not my cousin. She was like, I was like, girl, listen. And then I like, tell her, like, okay, I'll leave. I was like, he gay. She was like, what?
Wait, because I don't mind breaking it down. Like, listen, baby, I love you.
She was pissed. She was like,
they always are.
Wait, how fine he is, and yada.
They be mad. They be mad. One day I'm gonna get delivered. I don't know.
Right. I don't. No, hey, Steak Man, be you. I don't give a damn.
I don't know. But wait a minute. Donnie McClurkin did an interview and everything about it. It was just a lot going on.
Hey, I was trying to talk like, hey, since you mad, what's up? You want to D-Rock? I've been knowing you too long. You like a big brother. I'm like, oh.
Since you mad. Since you upset, no. Like, let's try this out.
I wanted you to set him up. I was going to knock him down.
Well, I'm going to set it up next. Well, she came to you. That's the reason why.
But she came to me. She came to me inclusive about you. Like, what's up with your guy?
What's going on there?
Yeah, so.
Did I perform?
No. We was just down there hanging out. We was at the what you call it?
Victims. Was it Victims? Violators.
Yeah, we was at Victims. We was at Victims.
Victims.
Yeah, we hung out after we performed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I do remember that. I remember that. Yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah, man.
But you know what? We have come to it's about 8:30.
Cool.
We're about an hour over, but I'm good with that. Hour and a half over, actually.
So, man, every Monday, man, I'm here. Hopefully one time, man, I'll probably be on the road driving or coming back or whatever. But
it's cool. Wherever you at, we can be.
You did how we did it today. We good.
It's always gonna work out. Definitely. Wait. I got sound effects over here I wasn't even able to use. I'm over here like pressing them. I'm pressing sound effects or whatever, like this here. That was like that.
I don't hear him. So
you can't hear him.
I don't hear nothing.
You can't hear none of that. I'm tripped out. Nothing. I am upset.
Maybe I got to put my headphones on or something. I don't know.
I'm upset that you can't hear none of them sound effects. They are hilarious. I played some when you was talking.
But thank you, man. You doing something. I'm gonna say this too. You doing something people keep telling me to do, and I'm like, man, I gotta wait to critique it. They like, nah, you gotta just do it. But this,
you gotta just do it. You gotta just come out and knock it out, which is what I did. I was scared to come back. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be different for me. But it's been a thing. It's working.
Keep doing it, man. I love you. I love what you're doing, man. You know I love you, bro. And
definitely love you back. We got a lot going on. April 28th, come see me. Make sure on Mother's Day, I'll be there. I won't be performing, but I will be there. Down at Kelly Kells. You can find tickets at kellykells.com.
Yep. Or the Pabst.
We'll be promoting it weeks coming.
And every Saturday we do something called Marlon Hills Comedy Pub. If I'm not hosting, I'm headlining. If I'm not headlining, I'm out of town. Please come check it out. It's perfect.
I did not know you were hosting that.
Yeah, well,
I had no idea.
Feature. I just helped Marlon, my brother.
You said you're just there. Yeah. Shout out to Marlon Hill. I need to have Marlon on the show. I never had Marlon on the show. This is crazy. I haven't even reached out to him. I'm gonna reach out to him.
With that, we'll plug you up. But every Saturday is going on. Standupmarlon.com. No, my fault. That was the old website. It's marlonhill.com, or you go to mine, which is keepasmileonyourface.com. Hey, let's support each other, man. Y'all come out. Great date night. Otherwise, I'll see you at Kelly Kell Show.
Absolutely. I'll be there at Kelly Kell's show being a fan, but I'll probably be backstage. But I'm gonna be there.
Make sure you bring your mom.
I will do. Because I'll be back there acting like a fan, because that's what I do.
Man.
Because that's what I do. Like, just like, hey, Kelly, I'm not here to perform. I'm just here to support.
You gotta call and get
Kelly. Love everybody. Huh?
You gotta call and get Kelly on your show, man, right away.
Oh, definitely. I've reached out to Kelly. So Kelly is going to be on. I got to find her a date, and then she can come on and we can have some fun. Yeah, you're going to be on too. So whoever
let's do it.
You the co-host for Mondays.
Let's do it.
Mondays, we working it out. So it's definitely something that we want to have fun doing. We'll be available on all podcasts platforms. You want to make sure that you're watching now, because in the coming month or two, we will be the visual to Front Row with Michael J. Curtis will no longer be available. So,
okay,
yeah, you'll be able to hear the audio, but you won't be able to get the video unless you're subscribed to a particular service. And so I will come back and let you guys know what service that is. But until then, it's been real. We thank you all so much. Keep a smile on your face.
Pray for me.
Entertainment.
You lot, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you. We're gonna clap it up.
Yep.
Thank you. This has been our first episode of Front Row with Michael J. Curtis. Thank y'all.